Okay, we got us a black metal roof with black gutters, and they're surrounded by trees. So they got a lot of trees, and gutter helmet is a perfect candidate here. So a couple of things that we got to deal with is about the upper part. We've got a beveled fascia. That's one obstacle because we cannot accommodate the gutter helmet to existing roof system or gutter system because of the lack of space. We need a good 4 inches of travel on the gutter helmet. So what we want to do is we want to come down 1.5 inches from the lap of the metal edge, and that's where we'll start our high point, and down to maybe 2 inches to our low point. That's what we're going to try to accommodate. High point being down at that end cap, low point being here, and this whole gutter has to move out close to about 3 inches, because right now, as you can see, the straps are in the middle of the gutter. And so what we have is we have our snap lock system, and you can click on our link to see how this works. And it works either on a flat installation or a bevel installation. So as you can see, the product itself has extensions on it that we can add to get the level point. So the more pitched there is, the more pieces we'd add, and of course our screws would end up being probably somewhere around 4 to 5 inches going back into fascia, provided that that's an adequate fascia board. So there's a lot to consider here. So we can get this, it looks like we can get this up to where we'll get it tucked up underneath of that drip edge to where we're about 1.5 inches below, and then we just have to control the angle of the spacers at the bottom, and it looks like we should be able to do that, but it's a lot of challenges. Every time you add one of these pieces, it's more money, so it looks like we're going to need probably 2 or 3 of these pieces, so we'll probably have a option there. And then of course the brackets themselves that snap into the snap lock system, they pop in, and they have a support at the back also. So these snap in so this product can expand and contract freely. And of course we can adapt our gutter helmet, which is going to go just underneath the roofing. So the roofing's sticking out about 1 inch, and our panel is going to go up underneath the roofing, fastened to the roofing, and then we'll have to form it with the brake to accommodate the nose and the pitch and so on. So it's not an easy installation, and what makes it even more difficult is walking on this metal roof, because they put furring strips in across here. So we got to wear a certain type of shoe first off to get the grip on here, and we got to make sure that we can only step where these screws are. If not, it'll leave an indentation that obviously we can't be who knows, they may have missed a board, and we go to step on it, and then we'll have some trouble. So we'll have to make sure that the customer is aware of that possibility. But this is a steeper roof, so even standing on this roof is another obstacle. Now I got a real strong snow slide protector here, but I wouldn't count on my my life for that to hold me up. So we'd have to come up with some supports that would be tied off of there's a gutter out here. The gutter, we'd take and extend the ladders up above the gutter, tie them off to the gutter, and then come in with some supports back here, or even possibly scaffolding to stand on. So we've got probably, just in this section alone, we probably got 2 men an hour easy just setting up scaffold to get here. So there's a lot to be taken in consideration. This is one out of, I believe, four sections on the second floor, and the rest is first floor, which they got this louvered stuff that obviously it's just like the filters that you see advertised, and filters do clog, so you have to take them apart and clean them. And I would love to sit out here during the rain to see just how efficient these are, because you can see all over the face of the gutter this has been shooting over. And of course here's a spot for the water to go in. This is kind of a strange setup. So, but they did what they could do. And usually these louvers will stick up instead of recessed down. This is an actual soffit panel. I think they took a vented black soffit panel and put it on here. And it probably worked for a couple of rains. But now that it's filled up with mold and soot, it's got to be taken out and cleaned. That's where the gutter helmet would solve that problem. So the rest of the fascia mount gutters we can accommodate. We definitely would want to turn them into a 6-inch, so we got that little bit more of a panel to go. The strap-on gutters are going to be a pretty big challenge. So, and also when this is put on, it's got a milk-colored finish on the bottom. So we may give them an option to either maybe zip screw some white trim coil to the bottom of some sort, to at least make it look not milk colored, and of course we can option that. We'll see what happens.